Well, good morning, everybody. Edmure here again, and two things to talk about today. But hey, I don't know how much of a point of reference I'm going to be to anybody because I lost. But for the people in the community, I have been in contact with the Washington Department of Transportation, and one of the people I've been talking to responded, "I'm so glad that you lost your election." So we're seeing how this is going. And I hope to be able to give you some good news about that in a second. In fact, I'm going to talk about that, the airport issue here in a second. But let's first talk about the foolishness of people right now. So, last night, Donald Trump announced that he is going to be running for president. I did chuckle a little bit. I thought it was a little bit funny because it's been like this hoorah of like, will he or won't he? Yeah, he will. I had people say he's going to drop out and not do something. It's like talking about a couple of things like with um, the Obama birth certificate where he said, "Oh, Monday I have something to show you," and then like 4 months later he's like, "What are you talking about?" Yeah. So not being in the party anymore and looking at it from the outside, I am so happy I'm not in the party right now because this is going to be absolutely like, if you love watching the Jerry Springer show, and keep in mind, I'm from Cincinnati. So when you say this is going to be a Jerry Springer show, it has a little bit different meaning for me and a little bit different meaning for some people. So you're going to see a battle and a war happening where one side probably is not going to fight at all, and Donald Trump is going to napalm the living daylights out of everybody. So good luck with that. Y'all have fun. Those newspapers who were putting things out and saying, "Hey, um, Donald Trump's a joke and this and that," be prepared, because um, the one thing Donald Trump likes to do is get into a fight where he bullies living crap out of somebody and makes them regret not taking his side, or he makes them regret not, going with him. And I'm going to tell y'all, the people who are the actual true alphas in the Republican Party are not the guys you see trying to get on TV or who are doing all these other things. No, the true alphas of the party are on local levels trying to get work done. Oh, I did not know I could do that. Oops, this is why you shouldn't dust your computer when you're talking on video. Oh, that's new. Anyway, look, um, Trump is going to be coming out flamethrower and all. Um, it is going to be if you love watching snuff videos or just things where people get totally lit on fire. Oh, this is going to be your next 2 years are going to be your fun time. That said, Joe Biden is, right now the polls say Joe Biden could beat, the only Republican Joe Biden can beat is Donald Trump. I think once Donald Trump starts torching everybody, I think the polls are going to change and they're going to say that Joe Biden doesn't have a chance to win at all. So the Democrats need to start thinking about what they're doing as well. That being said, it's enjoy the show that comes, people. Enjoy the show because Donald Trump wants to be a Don. He wants to be respected like a Don. He's the Don of the Republican Party. You do not disrespect the mob boss. And those loyal to that mob boss are going to be vicious and nasty. I expect Carrie Lake to come out and just absolutely destroy people. I expect the most loyal, hardcore members of Trump's inner circle being out there and doing damage to people. And I also expect Donald Trump to absolutely torch any unfaithful and unloyal people to him. Matt Gaetz, I guess, made some comment about how he couldn't be at the party. Donald Trump is going to literally roast Matt Gaetz. He's going to be like, "Well, why would I want you there? You're a child molester. You deal drugs to high school kids. Why would I want you at one of my events? You're a criminal. You're a worthless piece of garbage, Matt Gaetz. You killed a family and got your friend to take the fall for you because you're such a coward. Why would I want a coward and a loser like you working with me in the future? I'm going to get you out." And Donald Trump will destroy Matt Gaetz, and Matt Gaetz is going to be gone. That's how that works, because he'll turn the state of Florida against Matt Gaetz. That's the awesomeness of it. This is going to be this is like the voters say they will vote for Trump. Trump comes out and destroys everybody that is turned on him. He's going to get so many more people to join his side that it's going to be, I'm telling you, this next election is going to be very different than anything you've ever seen. And this election cycle is going to be brutal. And I'm okay sitting on the sideline doing what I'm doing. So enjoy. But let's get to the important thing to people in Washington. Let's talk about the airport. Everybody knows that I have been bringing up that there are two critical issues with the airport. Air traffic controllers, who have been on a decline since 1981, I believe. Reagan broke the union, and we had a lot of crashes in this country. We had more crashes in the next 20 years than we had 20 years prior. That's insane to talk about. But the number of air traffic controllers has been in decline. So I am going to probably be making some phone calls and talking to some people here. Well, I already am talking to people, but on the political side, I want to do a few things, and we need to actually make sure that the air traffic controllers are getting the pay they need, and they're working the shifts they should be working. The high stress of being an air traffic controller, we should only be working them maybe 6 hours a day. I know that sounds weird. They should have a 6-hour day. The schedule is easy to work out, like a Tuesday to Friday, with Saturday, Sunday, and Monday being another shift, and then just having those things worked out so that we can have airports open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That takes a lot of people, and that's actually what they should be doing right now, because it's such a high stress job, and there are so many flights. Even though I will tell you right now, the number of flights that we are flying right now is at an all-time low. Again, another issue with this airport is pilots. Now, they tell you to read the paperwork that the airlines put in. I want to point out that this paperwork is pre-COVID and pre-changes to the requirements for pilots, which actually happened during the Trump administration. I believe it's like 1 million flight miles before you can fly a passenger airplane. It's insane, but it's also a lot of years of flight. Like, you pay for flying these hours. You have to fly aircraft that are larger and larger and larger to prove that you can fly these aircraft. This isn't something you can just buy on your own. I mean, technically speaking, most people, they can't just buy these airplanes. Plus, you also have a youth that's not looking at being a pilot. I mean, so there's a couple things I would love to do to try to change those things around. But even if we do, you will not see a change in the number of pilots till after 2050. By 2050, if the number of pilots in circulation, I guess is the way to put it, if the number of pilots who are out flying and doing things right now does not change, we will have less flights flying than we did in the 1950s, early 1950s. That is insane thinking about it. But again, being a pilot is a high stress job. It's also a job that a lot of kids in this country are not, they're not going to be told, hey, you can do this. Pardon me. That is why right now there are 25 people who are about to become new pilots for the airlines, and there are 500 retiring. I don't know how to fix it. Like, I know how to fix it. I don't know how to tell people that if you want to fix it, this is what we have to do. But again, all the numbers that I'm seeing is if we do change things right now, it's not going to make a difference in anything till after 2050, around 2060, 2070, 2080 is when numbers will start getting back to what they were in 2018. Well, air traffic controllers, you have to get it back to the numbers that were in 1981. I love that. This is like the insanity of everything. Because air traffic controllers have been decreasing that much since then. So this is really a problem. And we really do need to fix it. The airport itself should not be built because it does not address the issues. It actually makes the issues much worse. But again, what I'm trying to point out to people is what the airlines are saying is one thing. What these people who want this airport are saying is a different. Someone is lying. And so there should be there should be investigation by the state to make sure we find out what's going on, or to make sure that there's not some case of fraud happening. I think right now, a legal case of possible fraud should be brought to court, and we should be asking for them to be turning over their information that they have to verify that they are not, in fact, trying to get the state to pay for an airport for personal use. Because that's what will happen here. No air traffic controller, it's going to be personal use. Anyway, hey, I rambled on enough. Like I said, I have been talking to the Department of Transportation. Things are happening slowly. But I will try to keep everybody addressed as to what's going on. More than likely, I'm not sure what I will get done. Again, it's when someone says, I'm glad you lost your election, that means they can ignore my emails, they can ignore my videos, they can ignore everything my phone calls, they can ignore me. If I'd been in, that'd be a different story. I could be a complete pain in the ass, and they can't ignore me because I'm a representative. I know what Wilcox is doing. I've talked to him. It is a wait and see what will happen. But, well, we'll go forwards with this. Everybody have a good day. Take care. God bless.